Hi, I'm Phil Dispenza. This is Collecting, Investing, or Somewhere in Between. This is Deals and Steals. I'll be talking today about all the comic books I've purchased in the past 2.5 months. Pretty much most of them are a steal, usually below cover price. So I'm going to split this video into two parts. This is part one, and I'll be covering from alphabetical order. I'm recording this on my birthday. It's May 20th. And I actually mentioned yesterday I recorded a lot of the comic books. So I'm going to show you comic books, titles, and a lot of indies and stuff that you've probably never heard of. So here we go. Okay. So I'm going to put stacks and stacks and stacks of books. And everything's in alphabetical order. So the first thing I have is from TSR. It's one of those comic modules, 13 Assassins. So this is the second issue. I'm trying to collect all the different TSRs. Again, some of those are just fill-ins. I'm missing 1-2 issues of the series, so I just bought them for usually 50 cents to $2. $20.99 World of Tomorrow. This Abominations I needed for some reason. It's a newsstand variation. And then I got some Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. So you'll see some of these. I got 3 issues. Age of Heroes was put out by Halloween, if I remember correctly. And then by issue 3, it switched to Image. So I grabbed that one. Alias, Blast Point. By Now, I collect a lot of Nows. And again, newsstand. This one was a direct. It was blank, and then you see the newsstand actually has it in. Alien Ducklings by Blackthorn. Alien Legion. This is one of the, I believe it's a graphic novel. It's not part of the regular series. It's one of the one-shots. I needed some Alien Nations. This is the movie special by DC, but most of the Alien Nations were put out by Adventure. So I have almost all of them, but I was missing the television special. This is an all-new Exiles versus X-Men. It's a promo book, limited preview. It's a number 0. Notice there's no cover price on it. So I got that. I started getting some of the All-Star Westerns with Jonah Hex. This is the New 52. Then I got something strange called Alpha Track. The more strange independents from the 80s and 90s, the better for me. So I got Alter Ego. Another Alter Ego. Another Alter Ego. So this actually, I needed the 3 out of the 4. I already had 1 issue. I picked up the Amazing High Adventure. I had the first issue. I got number 2. I'm still missing a few of those. Then these are just random Spider-Mans. I think I paid mostly $1 for these. Just filling in runs. Let's see. More Spider-Man. More Spider-Man. So the Argonauts. I don't think it's Jason in the Argonauts, but I actually like the Jason and the Argonauts. Axel Press Button, I believe. I don't know if this is the last issue I needed or I needed some more. Aristocratic Extraterrestrial Time Traveling Thieves. This actually has quite a few issues. I think I only got a couple. Yeah, 3 and 4. For some reason, I was missing this. I shouldn't have been missing any of these 1993, I believe it's 93 continuities. I had in my store at the time, so not too sure why. Eddie Campbell's Bacchus. I'm missing maybe 4 or 5 issues of this series still. I think it ran up almost 58 or 60 issues. Bade, Biker, and Orson, if that's how you say it. Not Bade. Another Strange. It's Mirage. So you're talking the same people who make Turtles. Blackout, I have quite a few issues. For some reason, I was missing number 0 here. I might be missing some of the variations. So again, fill in a few Batman issues that I was missing. Legends of the Dark Knight, Legends of the Dark Knight, Shadow of the Bat, Battletide. This actually finishes my Battletide miniseries, so that's done. I needed a couple issues of Black Condor for some reason. I forgot one of them at least. The Black Dragon miniseries I'm working on. And again, anything I could find. I'm not going to be paying more than $1 or $2 for a lot of these because I don't think they're worth more than $1 or $2. So you got Black Mist, that's Caliber. I'm missing a Black Orchid, so that filled in something. The Bladesman. Notice this is signed. This is Blue Comet. I think I'm missing a couple more of those. Blood Harvest, Blood of Dracula, Blood Wing, and there's another Blood Wing. So I'm going to grab another stack of books here, which isn't easy to do. I got 3 short boxes worth of books. So the one in front of you is actually empty. So what I'll do is I'll probably put these back in this box now that I'm got that almost empty. So I got Border Worlds. Move this down a little. Got Border Worlds, more Border Worlds, Boris the Bear. This thing ran a very, very long run. I think it was like almost 30 issues or something like that, or 32 issues. So they switched from Dark Horse. So I got Dark Horse 9 and 10. And here's number 30. And this is Nicotat, not Nicotine, Nicotat Comics. So Boris the Bear, I've been trying to fill in. This is a premium gold stamp Bravura comic. I actually paid $2.50 for this. It's one of the few items I actually paid more than $2 for. I think there's a couple of others. This one I paid, I think, $1 or $2. This is a preview book. Actually, I think this is $1. So I got that. The Buck Rogers, another TSR. So you're going to see the majority of the Buck Rogers here. I figured keep getting these TSR issues. Buck Rogers, Buck Rogers, Buck Rogers. So this is called Caliber Corps by Caliber. It's, I believe it's several different. It was like almost like a preview. I think it is a preview of some of the characters that Caliber had. Caliber Presents, which I started filling in a few of those. There's more Caliber Presents, number 18. This is the Legend of King Arthur, Camelot Eternal. So I'm actually missing the first 3 issues now, but I decided let me pick up what I can. So I got 4, I got 5, I got 6, I got 8. Oh, I thought I had 7. There's 7. I put it out of order. This was the only Captain Harlock issue I was missing, if I'm remembering correctly, by Eternity. So I grabbed that. Some more Cat and Mouse from Aircell. I'm missing several issues of these, so if I see them, I pick them up. I made my list. It's not complete yet, my want list. It's going to be about 20 pages long. I was missing some of the Checkmate series, so I collected these in the 80s, and for some reason, I guess I stopped. So I'm missing some of the later issues. I picked them up. They were either 50 cents or $1. I should not have been missing this, but for some reason I was, so I bought it. I was looking for this for the longest time. It's the final issue of the miniseries, Corum, Chronicles of Corum. So I got that. It says Codename Danger. So I grabbed a couple of these. This is by, who the hell puts this out? I don't even know who puts this out. I thought maybe it'll say, but it's probably on the inside or the back. Another one of these, Codename Genetics. Notice X-Men are in this. There's Wolverine. So I got 2. I think that finishes. I think I had 3 and 4. A couple of Conan the Kings I was missing. And then one of the first Dark Horse comics I bought, I remember, was Concrete. Paul Chadwick's Concrete. So I decided to grab, oh, there's a 4. I'm going to put that out of order too. So I had 3 and I got the other 3 issues. So now that miniseries is complete. Paul Chadwick's Concrete. Let me grab more stacks of books. So there's got to be my guess is close to 300 books. I decided not to show you the Dark Horse Presents. I picked up a lot. It was 55 books, and it was with shipping and tax. It was like $70, so it was a little more than $1 a book. And I think 50 of them were Dark Horse Presents, and then the other 5 were like Dark Horse Comics or something. So I actually decided not to show that because it's just Dark Horse Presents. Crimson Dreams. So again, the weird, I don't even know what this is or who put this out, but this is pretty cool. All the weird indies, Crossfire, and then more Crossfire, more Crossfire, more Crossfire, and then I did, let me get through these. I got a lot of Crossfires here. I decided to get a lot of Crossfires. And Crossfire Rainbow, of course, I don't have the 2 rare issues. CSI, I actually went to a comic store, and this was in their dollar bin. So I used to watch CSI all the time. So I decided, hey, let me pick up some CSIs. So this is Bad Rap. I think it's the first 2 issues. Cyber 7 by Eclipse. Another Stranger title. So I think I bought all of them that I had. I have the majority of the series now. Here's book 2. I don't think I had any of these before. So I picked these up on Atomic Avenue. I hit up one dealer. I bought like 107 books the first time, and then another 160 books the second time. That's part of the reason why I think I have more than 300 books here. Cyberrad, another newsstand variant. Damon Storm by Caliber. There were a lot of Caliber crossovers with Damon Storm. So you'll have Oz Damon Storm or Kilroy Damon Storm. Another one I should have had. I have no clue why I didn't, so I picked it up just to finish it. The Continuum Dark. There's several different series with this. I have to actually review once I ever get to my books, my boxes, to see which volumes I have and which ones I don't. Dark Guard, another one I think was just one issue I missed. Dark Hold, another one. So here's one of my favorites. I love Dark Wolf. I started collecting these in '87, if I remember right. Butch Bertram. So this filled in all the Dark Wolves by Eternity in Malibu. And so I'm still missing, actually, some other, I forgot which company. It might have been Bertram himself. A couple of Dead Meats by Fleetway Quality. Let's go on to the next stack. This video is going to probably be longer. I'm going to make the intro after this and my ending after this, probably tomorrow, just Monday the 19th. So I'll put out the video. I don't know if I'm going to get it done on my birthday, which is tomorrow. So Dead World. I love Dead World. This is way before Walking Dead. So I have a lot of these. I don't have the rare covers, of course. And here comes my wife. Why? I'm in the middle of recording and you're coming in saying stuff. Well, I'm not stopping the tape, so whatever. I'm not stopping the video, so you'll hear her in the background too. So Dead World. Here's a title I never heard of by Eternity called Death Hunt, so I grabbed that. Few issues of Dinosaurs for Hire, the 3D, though it's missing the glasses, but I only paid 50 cents for this. And then I was missing, for some reason, the Doc Savage Millennium, so I grabbed that. I grabbed some Doom Patrol issues that I was missing. I stopped buying these. So, and since the run decided to end, I said, well, let me finish it. So you're going to see some of the Doom Patrols that I was missing. Doom Patrol, Doomsday Squad. I have a lot of these. I don't know if I have all of them, but Dracula, who's putting this one out? Is this Aircell? No, this is also Eternity. Dragonfire. Aircell, I've been buying a lot of I've been buying since the 80s, but I'm trying to fill in all the issues that I'm missing. So Dragon Force, I picked up a decent amount. This is I think I paid $1 for this also. This is Dream Wolves, but this is the limited edition gold. It's fold cover, like the Batman 497 Breaking of the Bat. So it's like, I think they show nudity underneath, so they made that cover. I picked up some Dungeons and Dragons. This one I just paid $1. It's a $6 cover price. I paid $1. No, I paid $2 for this at the show. And then I paid $2 for this. The cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon. I'm just filling in some of the Dungeons and Dragon issues that I was missing. So Eagle, I had none by Crystal. And I had an opportunity to buy the majority of them, and I stopped at 10. So you're going to see, I think I'm missing one issue from 1 to 10. There's 5, there's 7. So I'm missing 6, 8, 9, and 10. And then I found, I think it was 15 at the show for $1. So I said, yeah, let me get it. All right. So now we got Eclipse Monthly. So I grabbed a couple of these. Eclipse Monthly. This is Earth Lore. Who puts this out? This is another Eternity. So if you notice the theme here, Air Cell, Eternity, Adventure, Now, Innovation, all these strange, well, they weren't too bad. Blackthorn, the smaller independents from the 80s and 90s, mostly 80s. I love picking up stuff. So I've been searching through, see what I'm missing. Earth Lore, another Eclipse Monthly, which means that's out of order. Silver Wolf. Oh no, this is Greater Mercury Comics. Silver Wolf did put out this before Greater Mercury came into existence. So this is The Edge from Silver Wolf. This is Eliminator. This is the Malibu Ultraverse all black cover Eliminator I didn't have. There's another Dark Wolf. I didn't even know about this book, and somehow I came across it. So Elite Presents, and it has Dark Wolf in it. This is one of the few Elrics I'm missing from First Comics. There's a title called Empire. There's another Eternity. So I grabbed this. I'm like, this looks pretty cool. So I decided to pick these up. Enchanter. I'm thinking if this is whether or not I finished this series or not. Epsilon Wave. Independent Comics. So I grabbed, I know I'm missing a few of these, so I decided to buy those. Evangeline, I have probably about half the series from First Comics, so I picked up some more. And Exiles, issue 1, Alpha Productions, another obscure indie. This is probably early 90s if I'm remembering right. Some X-Mutants that I didn't have. I think I might have had this. Sometimes I'll buy something by, even if it's on the list, I'll still pick it up by accident. So here's more X-Mutants. So let's keep going. I'm on box 2. This video is going to be a lot longer than I thought. I'm up to 17 minutes already. Maybe I'll split it up. So I'll get through this, and then I'll make another video and put that separately just to keep it short. So let me get through the stack, and then we'll call it Fantasy Features, AC. So these are like reprint stories from the Golden Age, I believe. There's only 2 issues of this. It actually turned out both issues were in one bag, so I paid $1 for it. First Adventures, I never had this series, so I got to pick up all 5. There's 3, there's 4, there's 5. The Fish Police. I have most of the Fish Police. There were Fish Wrap comics, then they went to Apple. Marvel put out a mini-series, which I think I actually had. There's Apple, and there's a Marvel. So I don't have all of them, but I'm working on it. Fist of God. There's another Eternity. Fist of God. Frankenstein, another Eternity. So you'll see lots of different things. For some reason, I had 3 and 4 of Fury. Am I right? And I got 1 and 2, so that's complete. Futurians, and then I'm going to stop at G. Here's Gambit. This is not Marvel. I actually picked this first issue up at a flea market. I'm like, oh, I never heard this before. And then, sure enough, there's number 2. Ghost Manor is not in the best of shape. I paid $1, but I needed it. Gravestone, I don't think I need this, but it's a newsstand, so I was picking it up. Some miscellaneous Green Hornets by now that I was missing in my collection, so I bought them. This thing is actually water damaged, but this was polybagged originally with a card. So did what I can, filling in some green lanterns. I finally got the finish, or I'm still missing one Grendel Warchild. I'm not too sure. I bought a duplicate by accident because I didn't mark it off the list. I do have it all because there's the last one I need. So that concludes part 1 of our comic books that we've picked up in the past 2.5 months. Stay tuned for part 2. I'll try to get that within a day or two of part 1.